Outside says 55. My guy said 51.
Yeah.
Safe. Outdoor humidity said 50. 58. Safe.
Was 50 outside?
Yeah,
According to this,
On
yeah.
that thing, yeah.
According to what?
On a meter.
You have
My
it?
meter,
Yeah.
yep.
You got it
Yeah,
down there?
yeah.
So if you want to calibrate, if you ever want, if you want to ever calibrate indoor, they're a pretty decent brand. They're, I don't know, maybe
X-Tech.
50, $60 for one of those.
That's the ones I use.
X-Tex.
Oh, no, that's not it.
It's, if you read their spec sheet, they're within like 0.1 degrees Celsius of accuracy, so it's pretty damn close. But if you ever want to calibrate your indoor guy, you just, again, stick something in there that's of known good quality and just enter the new value. And we do take a rolling average
pH up, pH down.
of the sensor. So it reads once a second, freakishly.
Okay.
But the rolling average is across 30 seconds.
Okay.
The light meter, I always increase a little bit, the outdoor one, because cloudy days are.
What do you mean
Pain in the
increase? Oh, the rolling.
I want the average. I don't want the light outside doing
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
I want it to slow down more.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. For on the graph.
hmm
Okay, that's what
And
it is.
responsiveness. You don't want your lights on and off if it's like a cloud. No
Yeah.
cloud, no
Right,
cloud.
Right, right,
Yeah. No.
Is there a delay in case?
That's what the delay
That's what
is.
that
Is the
does,
1 minute.
okay.
Can you touch the screen on that, Carter? Just tell me.
Oh yeah. See if she's alive.
Thank you.
So yes, all of these sensors have some sort of rolling average.
Okay.
You can make them more responsive or less. So like something like pH and EC, I'd want that really responsive.
Okay.
Outdoor temp sensors,
No.
I could slow that into. It wouldn't matter as much.
Right.
So all your sensors, like your interior ones, are on 103. Your weather station's on 104.
Yeah.
Now, what I am going to add, I'm going to add somebody on number 5, because you ordered something today that has to be wired, so it needs to be programmed.
I just ordered
The light sensor,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So, sensor output 0 to 5. I know that. That's what I should have just looked.
You know that?
yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll give that a rolling average of 60 seconds.
Okay.
Don't need an alarm on it. And it is a solar intensity. It is indoor par. Okay.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Nice. Yep.
So now, of course, it's going to have some totally obscure number at some point.
Yeah,
There you go,
because
22.
there's nothing
There's
there.
Right.
nothing there. You got it.
It's-
You got it. Don't worry about it. Sensor pools. Yesterday I created a sensor pool. It's called vapor pressure deficit.
the
A lot of people use this for propagation or water. Okay, so I want you to at least be able to track it right now. And
Yeah,
if
I'd
you,
like to keep track of that.
yeah, yep. So it's there.
So
So
it gives me
Yeah.
VBD reports every day or whatever?
you can. I'll show you. You can look as often as you want. They're not automated yet, but that's also a big ticket item for us to work on
What
this
do you
year.
mean not automated?
As in, they won't push to you. You need to pull them.
Gotcha. So there's no parameters I could set to say,
Oh.
Yes, you can, but it won't. Like you have to come here and do something. It's not going to dump it into your computer
gotcha.
automatically.
Okay.
But we're working on that.
Okay. Yeah, because that's a big deal.
Yeah, that is a big deal. Back in sensors and equipment in hardware. Your grow lights are right here. They're a modulating output. We want them to look at your interior, your new upcoming interior light
How do I
meter.
know which it says interior somewhere?
Well, so right here it has nothing, so we're gonna assign it. Yep, and I called it indoor power.
Gotcha.
Again, obscure value right now.
On channel 5.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Okay.
exactly. And I'm gonna draw this into your wiring diagrams. Your DLI doesn't exist yet. Okay, so we have to create that. So I'm just gonna hit save for now.
You have to create that, come back.
When we get the sensor, right?
So we're gonna go here, add new sensor pool.
No, she's gonna add it now.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna use solar intensity. Display it in par. We are gonna take the average and we're gonna do that across
Rolling.
30 seconds.
What's that?
Rolling average across 30
On the graph,
seconds.
yeah.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
You don't want the graph to go down this.
And you're going to use one sensor for that, you could use both. You know, you could say with a combination of both.
Indoor
But you
and outdoor?
can't
Yeah.
do
Outdoor
that with
and-
yeah.
I'd
But the
rather
problem
do
is
an indoor one.
you just need
Yeah.
indoor, especially
Yeah.
because I'm afraid that the blackout curtain it would really skew things.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I would do just indoor.
100%.
But imagine if you had 2 or 3 of them, you could average
Sure.
them
Right.
together, right? So now I can go back to hardware. Lights. And there's our DLI. Oh, wait,
So
why is
that
it
says
not- what the
Michael
hell?
Walls. Does
Why
that
is it
matter?
not there?
You put it in pars though, didn't you?
It says mole.
Yeah, because it's the total for the day.
Gotcha.
What the hell did I do wrong here?
Who's that?
That's probably
Sensor
mine.
pool,
Somebody toast.
You know.
name DLI. Oh, you know what? Did I choose the wrong thing? Shit. Remove. Let's do it again. Oh, it's right here. Duh. I chose just a light meter. That's my bad. Reset time. Do you want your DLI to reset at midnight?
I mean, doesn't matter. Anytime at night, I guess.
As long as indoor growers are usually the only fickle ones. You know, if they have like Pleasantries has PM rooms and AM rooms.
Right.
They don't use my light
Right.
program. They should, but they don't. But
They use half their power one. Yeah.
they split the rooms 50-50.
Right, right.
Yeah. On yours, you should just be midnight.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I just DTE didn't probably upgrade their power yet. Took me almost 8 months to get mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, there's no more power on that side of the road for anybody to grow
That's their problem.
to build.
Yeah. So of course, this number is going to be totally obnoxious because we're looking at a sensor that's obnoxious.
That's not there.
Which sensor is that?
The one that's not wired
The
yet.
one that's- the one that you ordered. Why does it say 202 on there?
I want a new
Because it
gas
has no voltage
Oh.
right now, so it's maxed out. So if that temperature sensor were to like -495,
car.
the first thing I look at, oops, is not there. So I, like Jim, believe in voltage. I look at that right there.
Yeah.
2.9 is real. Temperature will be 2.8 volts to 3.1
Oh, that's all.
for anything you want.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. RH is like 1.8
Jim's all
or
numbers,
something.
man.
Yeah.
Jim designed everything.
Here, 1.4 up to 1.8. A true light meter, like one that's actually working. 1.6.
1.6.
That's the outdoor one?
That's the
Yeah.
outdoor one, yeah.
That's all the volts.
So right now you're at dead 0 or 5, depending on what it failed to, because it has no voltage. Yeah. So I'm one. Yep, I believe in voltage. So you're ready to go. Equipment groups. People will do equipment groups like grouping a bunch of things on or off. So boilers and pumps and valves, things like that. You don't. Or if you were to add irrigation. So this is Pleasantries through and through. So they have fertigator with a big, huge feed lines. They have two flower feeds and a veg. Outside each room, they have a solenoid. Okay, flower A, B, or C. And then in the room, they have 7 benches.
Right.
So in that equipment group, I have to turn on the Anderson irrigation, the big manifold, the outside solenoid, then which bench. That's an equipment group.
That doesn't, okay.
Yeah.
And that's those are
They
trunk
call them a
system or-
certain
They're
zone.
H.E.
mixing
Anderson
system.
group, but yeah. So sometimes like when we do certain, think of like everything that has to work together to make something happen. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so let's go back to our zone because we did not look at the grow lights. That's where we ended.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, a lot of decisions on grow lights. So the first thing is solar goal is really easy. Solar goal is I'm going to come on because I'm below this level. I'm going to go off because of that level. Real easy. Supplemental. I'm going to come on when I'm less than 400, and I'm going to go off at 1200 or something.
Right. Okay.
Now, I always have to have an allowable time, though, that makes sense. Otherwise, nothing on here makes sense at all. It has to have a workable time.
What do you mean by workable time?
Like, when am I allowed to do this? Like, I'm not allowed to do it 24/7.
Right. In the middle of the night when the lights
Because
are off.
otherwise, they'd be on always below 400,
Obviously,
So-
we want them when the
Oh,
curtains.
sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so there you
No,
go.
our grow time.
No,
Your grow
not
time.
Our grow time.
Well, here's the problem with that.
That may change. You may have a couple of segments of grow time.
I'm just thinking. I guess they wouldn't come on obviously when our grow time is off.
You
So
set
even
it
if it's
now.
dark out, the lights do need to if it's cloudy out, then, yeah, it makes sense.
So that's supplemental because the clouds.
Right.
This is I'm trying to get to,
What our
you
light
know,
schedule is gonna be,
Yeah.
right?
that's my DLI
The
goal.
humidity.
But let's just start with this. This is what almost everybody's looking at, right? I want it on when I'm too low, off when I have plenty.
You want it 1200? Where do you want it?
1,000.
1000. That's it.
We can change that later.
Yeah,
You can
that's
change
easy.
that later.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
too early for 1,200.
And then allowable time, again, you might say sunrise is where I'm gonna start, and then my day needs to be 18 hours long, 12 hours long.
So you do a duration on that part.
Then that makes more sense for duration.
Right.
Yeah, 12-hour days,
Gotcha.
18-hour days, whatever.
We're gonna be at 18 for a minute, but okay.
18, so let's just, again, good practice, right?
Where are we under? We're under grow lights, okay.
So sunrise for 18 hours.
Yep.
Or you could do 6 a.m., 18 hours, whatever, right?
It's on us, so we can set that to 6 a.m. Duration and duration,
Yep.
so we can go.
So when they're fully on at their maximum, you're going to want 100%. But some people, of course, want to ramp those lights up
Yeah.
from, being off to on. So you might say, well, I want to do a 15-minute ramp. So when the lights come on,
2, 3.
they voltage that up. So if it's
No.
2.5 volts, let's see, your lights have a specific threshold, 2.5 to 11.3, and yes, an engineer did that and tested this out. So now let's just say call it even. It's 100, yeah. So if you had 100 over 100 minutes, it would be 1 volt per minute, or 10 volts over 10 minutes, 1 volt for every minute. So the lights are gonna ramp
Slow
on.
ramp.
Mhm.
Gradually come on. Yeah.
That's right. So that's done here. So something 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. So they're not just like pulling
Bam.
on all the way, yeah. And they take time to warm up anyways, but you could really slow that down if you want. You could do it across an hour or something,
Yeah,
you know.
right.
Yeah.
As the sun would come up.
That's
So
right.
Just save energy too if it comes up. Right.
That's right.
There's an
Right.
hour to come up.
Morning introduction and night interruption you're not going to use. That's my ornamental growers that like trick long days and short
Right.
day stuff.
Right.
Morning introduction though, I could see you using that. You could say, hey, I want to come on for the first 2 hours of that and always hang at 50%.
Well, how about when they turn off? Because really,
When the lights turn off,
I hate to turn the lights off all at once. If the curtains are gonna close,
can you ramp down or no?
No, you
can't
ramp down to.
I don't see why not. You just change this time frame, right? So it does. The word morning is there, but that doesn't mean you can't go. So I would go. Let's see.
you'd have to probably.
Sunset, no?
I would have to. The duration is going
Time.
to kill us
Oh.
though because it moves.
So we probably have to go.
Time.
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 So
Whoops.
say
Yeah, let's do it.
let's do
6 a.m.
time.
Yep, 6 a.m.
Right.
for 18 hours.
Right.
Just makes
And
it
then we know where
2400.
this is. Yeah, where this is, right? So 18 hours is 12, and another 6 is what, midnight?
Yeah,
2400 or 0000
Yeah, zero.
hours.
Yeah, so I'm more or less starting here and
Yeah.
going till maybe 2 in the morning or something.
2 in the morning? Oh, that's
Well, that's a 2-hour
That's a 2-hour.
ramp down?
ramp
ramp
down.
down.
Right.
Oh, I
But
don't need a
what you
2-hour
what
ramp
you
down.
may do
like
is
a 20, like a 15.
you
or
may
20
take
minutes,
this
yes.
back a half hour, and then go into this mode.
So when it ramps, this is my ramp down.
That's your yeah.
No,
you know
it's
what?
ramp up.
You know what? That's ramp on. I don't know
Yeah,
if
ramp
that.
up.
Good question. I don't know if that ramps down. Let's see.
I think ramp
Oh,
down is
shit,
more,
you don't
more
have
important
PDF.
than ramp up.
You know what? Well, here. Ooh, it did open. Oh, good. Okay. Let's go to the light. Let's see. Because you have a brand new code that came out last Monday, so God only
Yeah,
knows.
they got a new upgrade. Monday they gave us a new
Modulating grow
screen.
lights right here.
The new screen came out, right?
Yeah, we literally just pulled out this new upgrade last Monday. Lights come on, DLI, allowable time, net interruption, cold on and off. Do they not have? Oh, they don't even have the ramp explained,
They
here,
gotta
do
have
they?
it. There's no way.
Not necessarily. I love you have that much confidence in our folks, but
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's just common sense growing.
I would think so
You gotta
too.
ramp
That
down,
ramp.
right?
You know what? I'm gonna ask. Just easier. So all these young bucks use this internal chat. It's just easier to ask.
We need to get on it.
Is the
Yeah, what is
it's
it
an
behind?
internal chat.
Well, Randy,
We need to get on it.
Is the all those guys are on it. Is the modulating light code using.
That's why when I call them, they don't answer, they're talking to each other.
Alright.
Yeah, because they all do not
Right,
speak on
yeah.
the phone, email.
Kevin
No
is the worst,
Facebook.
man. I don't know, like Kevin Stow or something?
Kevin Stowe Parker? Oh no, he and I
it's
talk
Kevin-
all the time.
No, not Kevin Stow Parker.
That's the only Kevin we have. Kevin Stowe
Well,
Parker. Yep.
He was with Agreement with that light depth system I was calling him about.
Yeah, he's the mechanical engineer. He's also the light tester. But you
Oh,
can.
is he?
Oh yeah. Is the modulating light code using ramp for ramp on and ramp off? In V 2. What are we at? 0102. 01.02. It's not in the manual. I'll just make sure I make that clear.
Yeah, they might say, look at the manual.
Right. They probably will. So I'm just going to make that clear now. Because it doesn't say. To me, I would agree with you that it should be front end, back end. I put that manual, by the way, in a Wadsworth
Yeah,
folder.
you can't just turn the lights off. They start
Yeah, people just
transpiring like crazy. when
Of
you do
course,
that.
people have HPS lights. They just turn them off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They'll
I would
ramp
agree.
down in 15 seconds or.
I would
I do
agree.
15, 20 minutes.
I would agree. I would want them to ramp up and ramp down.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
on your team. But most people don't have modulating lights, so they just HPS, of course, automatically ramp on.
Lights too.
But when they go off, oh
They
hell
go
yeah,
off,
it just
yeah.
goes. It
It's
goes
done.
freaking dark.
Right.
Yes.
Because I use the DeVito controller for my
Yeah.
um,
It's not going to be in there
For my
because that's even a couple
LEDs?
versions back.
Yeah.
That's why I gave you the
have
one on here.
sunrise sunset 15 minutes. So it
Most
ramps
of that's
up,
going to be in there.
ramps
So
up
you
and
should have
sunrise.
sunrise, sunset for this.
Yeah.
one.
So but the other place we can kind of look. Let me just hit. I'm gonna hang that thought for a second. Let's hit save. Advanced menu.
Toolbox.
No, the hammer guy.
Hammer
Over
guy.
going to release notes. It'll tell us all the shit they just worked on.
What is that? New notes or something?
Yeah, these are like, when you update apps and you never read what they're actually updating. We're gonna read what they updated.
What are we looking for? The
Something
light,
about the light. Yeah.
Ramp down, whatever.
New feature is what I'm looking
Control
for.
F, no, you can't control F.
Okay, history improvements. If there's anything here with lights. Seat on start. Okay, how about previous issue?
Man, the upload speed on this is garbage. I didn't know that was a touchscreen, by the way.
I didn't either until I touched it earlier.
I bought the touchscreen.
What is it now, though,
Hey,
for crying out loud,
just
you
so
know?
Cal, I did not buy the touchscreen. They sent the touchscreen.
Oh, really?
That was $300.
You know why? Because they had it on the shelf and they had no other choice.
Right.
No, listen. I ordered a regular one because the touchscreen was like $300 more. I said,
But you know what I mean? Like we'll do the same thing. We're like, we don't have any of those in stock right now. We're not holding this job back. We're sending them the
versions.
better
Yeah,
one.
that's the upgrade to be up for
Right,
free because I did not
right.
order a touchscreen.
You better check your credit card just to make
Oh,
sure.
no. I know I didn't. I know I didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure.
But I
So
love touchscreens. All my laptops have touchscreens.
my new laptop is now touchscreen. Sometimes I like it and sometimes I
No,
don't.
I love it.
I still wish I had a BlackBerry, but
I got
Oh
my
my
Mac.
god, they're old
I
school.
I
You got my
miss
Mac?
my
Old
keys. I
school.
love the BlackBerry. Yes.
I got a Mac and my
You know, BlackBerry's
got a
coming
mouse
back.
pad like this.
And I'll be right back in. I was one of their first customers. I'll probably be one of their last.
Yeah, you know,
I love that little BlackBerry Pearl.
6x6 pad.
Yeah.
That's your mouse. You
I had one on it back
two
in the day.
fingers. You put three
Yeah.
on the
I was
screen.
a shit with it. You know.
I had one of the very first ones with the stupid wheel on the side and everything. Oh yeah.
You're old.
So I know that.
Just kidding.
I am younger than all three of you guys, though. I'm just kidding, you guys.
Lesson just finished.
But you can see that the grow lights here. See how they say off. Zone solar is 2020. We know the par
Yes,
meter
yeah,
is
right.
ridiculous right now, right?
Correct.
Right. So just kind of keep that in mind. Okay.
We'll adjust those later.
You'll adjust them later,
Yeah,
exactly.
I-
You'll get the par meter there, and you'll be in
You gotta
business.
show me where I have to put that in the box. Which
I'm gonna draw
C.
it into your wiring diagrams.
Okay,
Okay, overrides.
You sure there's no ramp down in the menu in there, huh? Nothing?
There's.
We're gonna find out when they text her back.
Oh yeah. These guys. Oh yeah. They're quick. Yeah.
we'll find out. Morning
Um,
introduction.
overrides.
Uh-huh.
You may want to turn the lights off if it gets too hot in the greenhouse.
Yeah, for sure.
So you need to say, do you want to turn them down,
Yeah.
or do you want to turn them
I'd
off?
rather-
No,
turn it down.
So right now, currently,
Yeah.
the meters that I use, I set parameters If it gets to 80 degrees, it turns it down 20%. If it's still at 80, it turns it down another 20%, and so on. So does that do the same thing?
I don't have that much movement yet.
Okay. So what does this
But
do?
that is definitely another one that's on their crest. So this says, at what temperature, where do you want me to dial them back to? Just
Gotcha.
once.
10%,
Gotcha.
20%.
So
just
so
once?
take it down. So take it to 85 or 89. 89 is better.
Degrees?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 89.
And
you
then
want
you-
to take it down maybe 50%.
Okay. And then reverse in the cold if you
And
you know?
reverse it once it reaches,
if it's, you know, shit in the
Yeah,
50s or something.
like-
I mean, like, this is like more panic mode.
Cold on, 55.
Yeah, this is more like, oh my god, the heater
Right.
ran out of propane.
Right.
Turn on the goddamn lights.
Well, that's only, is there a time? You can't turn them on when the lights are supposed to be off, though.
Mm-mm.
We'll end up with seeds everywhere, or
Right.
Hermes.
So
or-
just be careful with that one.
we don't want that on if it's not.
At all.
Well, that won't come on.
I
if
wouldn't
it's
even
not
do
in
that this-
schedule, right?
If it's not in the allowable time, it won't,
No,
it won't
then
work
I don't
anyways.
want that.
Yeah,
I don't want to take that chance. No.
Yeah.
we won't know.
I wouldn't risk it
Will
either.
alarm come out and tell us it did that, or?
Only if we put an alarm
Alarm
on
on
that, but no, I wouldn't risk it
No,
if I
no,
were
no,
you
no,
either.
no.
Because it doesn't take but
They'll send him an alarm if something happens. He's
All it
10
takes,
minutes
it
away.
takes me, the 10 minutes, 15 minutes it takes me to get here, I'm gonna have
you're gonna be in
problems.
trouble. Yep.
I don't want
Yep.
that.
Nope. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Yep.
we don't want that.
I'd rather come here when it's still dark and I'll take care of it myself.
That's right. That's right. Yep. I agree. I agree. Because you're gonna
That's
you're gonna get
That's
a.
dangerous.
It's because you're gonna get you'd get a low temperature alarm before
Yeah,
you never have
I
that
got a
problem.
little temperature warning, I'll come in
And
see
you
what's
can
going
come
on.
here and flip the damn things
Yeah.
on. Right. Manual override. You know, you want to run them for X number of minutes at what power? This is what I was doing with you yesterday. So we want to run them for 5 minutes at 50%. We want to run them at 5 minutes for 100%. That's how I was testing your lights yesterday.
Ah, yeah.
So how long?
That's override,
What
right?
percent? Just override. Yep. Configuration. So the minimum percent load for these lights. I don't want to change this because this is what Kevin did. Our Kevin.
Uh-huh.
So
Is there a factory
you,
default?
there must be for this particular lamp. So he has I have a laundry list of lamps that we test, and they have very specific engineering set points.
Well, okay.
It
For that-
says
for
your
that
your
summers.
lamp off is actually 2.5 volts. Your full on is 11.3, and your minimum on needs to be at least 30%.
Yeah.
That means they probably don't do shit under 30%, is my guess.
They won't come out.
They won't come out at all.
Yeah, they won't come out. Not enough juice for
Not enough juice.
Yep,
Yeah, and it kills the
right.
life of the light.
And then ballast time, 10 minutes is kind of an industry standard, I would say.
Off time. So in case they got a reset, they shut
Yeah.
off for 10 minutes.
15 minutes.
Cool down and back on again.
Right.
10, 15
It might be in the summer, might be.
They do it by themselves.
That's the habit.
Mine,
Well, she
when,
said
I
it
lose,
for-
when I lose power, they
Yeah,
come
but
on.
mine actually, some mine come on right almost right away.
These
no,
So I shut my
these
switch off.
these
turn it
might
back on,
fire too, and that's
shut
not
off,
good.
I'll
Yeah.
turn it back on.
Or you
Mine
might get
Five-
half of
5, 6
them.
seconds, boom, they'll come back on.
Mine won't do
They'll
that.
light right back up.
Yeah.
What's the average time?
Mine won't do
10
that.
minutes.
I have
Industry standard is 10 minutes unless you own
10
LEDs.
minutes.
Yeah.
And the manufacturer usually wants double.
Yeah, even the 315 CMH, they won't even turn on. They'll wait till they cool off and then they turn on.
Yeah.
Mine come
This
on.
this will help. You don't want to do
10
that.
minutes. Leave that
Just a
alone.
safety,
Right.
just a safety.
That's
so
a
the voltage
safety.
stays on, leave it 2.5 by 11.3.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
just make sure.
Yep.
Low light, low high. All right.
So of course, right now it looks ridiculous because
Yeah,
that
lights are on, damn it. We're in
It's
that
all
deal.
good. So see when I changed the roof vent, so that roof vent's hanging at 50% open, and that's fine because that temperature is always going to be right around our cooling set point.
Okay.
We want the roof vents ready to go. We don't want to wait for the roof vents to open.
Right.
Right.
So they're open at what, 50% right now?
They're hanging tight at
So it'll be
50%,
heavy coats in the winter in the hallway.
probably.
In the winter.
But the good thing is, in the winter, you can always go in.
Yeah, go down and bring it down.
No,
maybe
You would go to
30%,
configuration and
yeah.
just have that first two movements open
Yeah.
a little bit less.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, but the heat will come on too, Mike. When it gets cold, the heat will.
Yeah, well, I don't want
So
to-
speaking of which,
I
so
like that.
so here's
I know.
yeah, the catch with that is, you have the corridor, right?
Yeah.
So those set points are going to just have to be more personal,
Yeah.
deal with it, friendly.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Dress warm and that's it.
It'll be all right.
Yep, you got
A
it.
few months a year,
Yep, dress warm, buy fingerless
That's
gloves,
it.
and get over
I
it.
mean, it's 80
Yep.
degrees in there now, so it won't be cold.
I get cold, I'll walk in the greenhouse.
No, it's 56 in that corridor.
Right, so that's good.
But that's great.
Right.
You have
That's
the
the
air
working
right
temperature.
away available
Right.
for the greenhouse to cool down. It's
Yeah.
all about the greenhouse. It's not about the corridor.
Right.
Simple as that.
Or us.
Keep it dry. Squeegee's on hand.
You got it. Keep it dry. Yep. So the 2 days I saw Kevin, the first afternoon was like kind of humid but not super hot. The next morning it freaking poured, and he had a big problem in his corridor because we thought 10-15% open would be enough. Yeah, it was enough, all right.
Need the water to get in? Or?
I right. Well, it was like sheeting sideways rain, you know.
Oh, we get that
It-
here.
yeah.
You get that here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All the time.
So we went down to 5%. So I'm starting you at 5%.
All right.
But I mean, again, your greenhouse is different than his. Different. He had my drive units. You have a 24-volt drive unit, different speed. I don't know. You just need to wait.
Can we do like the vent's gonna come out? The ridge vent's gonna come out first, right?
Yes.
Well, the roof vent's open,
Yes.
and the shutters come on, open, and the fan comes
That's
on.
right. That's right.
So would you be able to set the roof vents to open more now? Get ready for the next phase, maybe?
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
It gets ready for the next phase. So it
That's
opens
right.
more.
Yep.
It'll open more.
So after one fan comes on, it'll open more in case number 2 comes on.
Oh yes.
In case number 1 and 3
Because
come on.
exhaust fan number 2 needs at least 10% to vent. Exhaust
Ah.
fan 1 and 3 needs either
More.
put 20 or 25%.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's
So the vent will open already at 10% before number 2 comes on.
right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
And-
exactly,
That's all.
exactly.
That's what it is.
Yep.
And it's gonna
Yep.
take that long for the pad
To
doors
open up
too.
anyways.
Yeah.
So, we're ready.
Yep. Yep.
4 minutes. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
I gotta figure it out. You can go
So
online.
So see, no, but you're
within
I mean,
the
you're going down the
parameter,
right road of your thought process.
No, you're
So
right.
again, like if we need it, that gable shutter's gonna come on. But
Will
right
come on.
now, it's just hanging
It'll
tight.
come on at
Oh,
82.
okay.
It's 78
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
78.
Yeah.
77.9. Okay.
Yep, 77.9, and that comes on at 82. If you want this to come on right at a set point, just make sure that guy
Nick
opens
gets
1 degree
minute
less,
less.
just so you have a little bit of air.
Right. It's open.
So
Right.
I don't have too much negative pressure.
Because I don't have a lockout. Well, you know what? Let me see. What kind of lockout do we have on? I don't think I have a.
Limits.
No, I don't. I don't have a vent limit because normally that's the gable shutter and a fan. The gable shutter is an outside world.
Oh yeah.
So no, you have to just
Right.
watch your temperatures.
Okay.
So that's why some greenhouses, like I said, will put the additional
Another-
gable shutter
yeah.
to the
That's a
outside
good
world.
idea. That's a
Put
good
a
idea.
It's
gravity
a
one.
cheap fix,
Yeah.
and it could even be
What?
$200-300 bucks. We can put a nice
No,
gravity one.
Same one. No, the gravity won't work. You need electric.
gravity. You may get snow and stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. the
If
flapping
it's
the
blowing,
wind
it's gonna
shit.
flap,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
For
You
for a
want
little
I think so.
little actuator.
Yeah.
You know you don't
Spring
even.
loaded. Close it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. They're. I was gonna say the actuators are inexpensive.
Yeah. We can use one of those now that we have anyway. if we-
Now you're gonna have
if
to
we
go
have
area
to.
and deal with
So
it.
just wire it to the back to the other one. Same one.
Same place.
together,
Yeah. Just have Jim double the wires on.
into
Yeah,
the
double,
box.
double up into the box on that.
Oh,
too.
you can
Or
have
put a
one.
junction on
I
top.
got
You could do it. No, you could do it.
No.
Him and I would put together, did all the.
Or you
colors.
learn from him.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. He,
Yes.
He showed me how to do the print, to jump over, the line.
That's right. How the line jumps over
Right,
other lines.
I didn't have to do that. I already know it.
I don't know all that. I like those.
But the thing you want from his is load. You know, that's where
Yeah, yeah.
I use a lot of the
That's his-
engineers. I'm
yeah,
like,
he's like
so 80% the load, and I'm like, so how do I calculate that again? Yeah.
That guy, he knows.
He's
We were having a problem with this pump switch here. He came over, he drew a line.
rewired everything.
Well, that's so
bypass
I'm
and
the
this-
body in the field, and I just listen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all the time hands in the box rewiring under direction, but I understand it more now than I ever did.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
but you're doing just fine. This is exactly how this is supposed to happen.
Alarms inactive, so everything's good.
So last but not least on here is alarms. So alarms are based on offsets. So if you want to maintain 60-degree heat, that goes off at 50.
Okay.
Whatever your minimum threshold is. Day,
So-
night, whatever.
So if I set it at 70, it'll go off at 60, right? 10 degree difference?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
25 on
So
the
are
box.
we, are we? We're in zone 3. So this is named zone 3 now, or we're in zone 1?
You know, we are. Let me think.
It says zone 3 in the other one right there. Yeah. I just saw that.
You are
Zone
correct.
3.
Let's see here, but we know it's been going off. So let's go advanced menu, alarms. I thought I fixed this yesterday.
Cancel 1, 2.
Oh, yeah.
Association. Oh yeah,
So
I have my
3 is active.
association. So I
Okay.
need to fix these. Let's see here. So this guy. Alarm name zone 1 needs to be zone 1. Oh wait, no, you're backwards.
Yeah, we're zone
No,
3 right
it
now.
is. It needs to say backwards, and I know that's goofy. Once you get all 3 greenhouses up, we could fix all this.
Oh, all right, okay.
Okay,
'Cause-
so right now, I'm in zone what?
We're always in zone 1.
Oh, okay, we're always in zone 1.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if we're in
You
Iowa
know
3.
why? You know why I know it works? Because
It's been running.
because they've gone off.
It's been running.
So here, let's make this. It's going to be right at our offset. No, you know what? We're not going to do it with this. We're going to do it with humidity, because humidity is so whacked out right now because it's so dry in there. There we go. See, zone 1 is so.
Yeah.
So see the delay. Okay, so you have iPhones. Do you use your alarm to wake up in the morning?
Yes.
Okay, so it's an automatic 10-minute snooze. We, unfortunately, as iPhone users, cannot change that. As a Wadsworth user, you can. So, advanced menu.
Fucking iPhones.
I know, damn iPhones. Alarm management. You go into whatever zone you want. So we're going to go in zone 1. Just look at this column over here.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Delay right here. You can make it 1 minute, 10
Yeah.
minutes. So I'm going to put 1 minute right now.
Yeah,
Just because I want that to go off to make sure we're right. So we have alarms in your corridors. We have alarms on the IOs, like if one of those weren't talking.
yeah.
And then we have internal zone alarms.
Mm.
We can add any alarm you want. You could put it on a sensor, piece of equipment, an influence. So you could add, a light meter and say if it ever, goes below
Fails or
X,
whatever,
fails. Oh yeah.
Oh,
So, like, I can't control a EC or a fertigator, but I can alarm on it. I could put a pH meter and say, oh yeah, if it gets above 8.2, go off or whatever.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
On
So
the system?
you could get an alarm.
They have a wireless system.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours is wired. But you could
Okay.
you could get an alarm on wind speed for all I care. You just pick whatever you want.
Oh, really?
Sure.
So
See,
can I put an alarm on everything?
Anything you want? Nah, I don't want it.
you're gonna drive your shit yourself bat crazy, but yes, you could.
I was trying to see.
So here,
Yeah,
wind
so-
speed, miles per hour. If it's
You have a battery backup coming?
No.
That thing
You
up
said
there-
you got one coming, hold on.
You got a battery backup
Yeah.
coming?
Coming.
You have 12 outlets, 6-hour battery backup, 6-hour surge. Make sure you put the battery backup on when you're supposed to put it on,
Okay.
which would be
All those systems.
the two
Yeah.
recorders,
With the-
the internet, this system here, so this way it doesn't.
But I need my cameras too. I got 4 boxes for the camera power.
Yeah, I just said that.
So I have 6 total.
Yeah.
Just for that.
don't put the alarm dialer on it because it already has it. The alarm dialer's got an 8-hour
Yeah,
battery in it.
Yeah. When you charge it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So all your alarms are definitely all built in here.
Okay.
Now I'm kind of curious. Why did our fun friend? So see how it's going in alarm?
Whatever, just put it on.
What
Just
was
let
it
me
for
know
the
there's only
humidity you said, right?
Battery
The
backup,
humidity, yeah,
6
zero.
surge protection.
Yep. So see, it's waiting for that initial 10-minute delay that I had set.
Before it starts beeping.
I put
Got it. But we're gonna let it go so we can hear it.
It lasts like 6 hours
That's all we need.
Yeah, that's all on alarm management.
on the battery backup. 'cause you
The
can
group
read-
stuff, you guys aren't gonna use this.
So that means I'm over
We have them all
7.
set as critical. You could have like a staff member get an alarm during business hours, or if you have an overnight security guard, you could have a between the hours of X and Y. But to be honest with you, you want the log, which is a recording, the relay, which is trigger the alarm dialer, pop up
Right.
as the screen. So we have all that set, and it's wired to that IO 103 in there. Yeah, that's what I changed
That's
yesterday.
up.
That's why it didn't work yesterday.
That's up, right?
Logs is all the alarms we've had.
Okay.
So this is probably all the stuff, like this is yesterday, turning the power off.
So if I come in the morning, I want to see what happened overnight, go to my log and see what.
You for alarms,
It'll tell you.
but you
It was blowing this morning, it was beeping this morning.
right, it was
No,
beeping
no,
this
I'm
morning.
saying without the alarm. I just want to see what
Yeah,
what
what
came
happened.
out.
It's just right now it's gonna look really hokey because it's gonna say zone 3, but you
Yeah.
know damn well it's zone
It's
1.
zone one,
yeah, exactly. We did not talk about graphing.
Yeah.
Right here, big guy.
Graphing. Right, you wanna see this?
Yeah, Rod, this is where, in my opinion, this controller shines. Okay, so to get there, if you're in a zone and you go over here and you do zone graph data, that picks all the stuff that's in the zone. Might not be the stuff you want. So in my opinion, I go. This is called a hamburger menu, by the way, like industry term. 2 buns and a hamburger.
Uh-huh. That's tomato.
Graphing. Go to the key. Pick anything you want. So what would you want to see kind of on a daily basis?
Probably humidity, just safe.
So that is going to be, oh god damn it. Why do
Indoor
we have two?
average.
I know, but why do we have 2?
There are 3.
No, we don't have a zone 3. Shit.
Well, there's 2 zone 1s.
Un momento.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what the hell did I name? Alright, so I got them right here, but I need to go back here and get rid of them. Yes. So this is going to end up being your zone 3. Or zone 2. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But it's sure as hell not going to be 1. Because we changed that yesterday. We don't know what it's going to be yet. It's actually, you know what? It's probably going to end up being 2. Isn't that right? Because that'll be the...
2's gonna stay 2.
2's always going to be 2.
Two's
Oh,
always
yeah,
gonna
so
be
no, this, then you're right. This would be...
That would be 3.
2's not gonna change.
Yep. And again, like I said, we can make these, obviously, you can see we can make these anything we want. So now go to graphing. Much better. So, oops, we want that.
Indoor temp is good, let's see that.
Okay.
So, VP.
Anything else?
Vapor pressure is all I need. So I need temperature, I need humidity.
Vapor pressure is a sensor pool right there.
Okay, what else? That's it?
And then you ever played darts or you went hunting? I know that we already talked about that. Hit your bullseye.
Mhm.
So I'm going to close that, and then here's all your info.
So what's what?
Indoor temp zone 1, indoor RH zone 1, VPD.
So is that so it's telling me it's 61% where you have that mouse right now?
Yep. And
And
here's
what's the time
the
today?
time right here.
Okay.
So we're getting
What was that big spike on the left?
Well,
Is that one we
probably when we
Yeah.
turn the power off or
Yeah,
something.
okay.
When you
Yesterday at 5 o'clock.
Your employees leave the door open, that's gonna go like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's us turning the power on and
Yeah, we
off
didn't power
yesterday.
on yesterday. We're
Yeah, but you're gonna see when
Yeah.
your employees leave
You
the
see
door
when they're leaving the door.
That's not on at all. Yeah.
You're gonna fucking
Yeah,
see
you
like
told me
this.
about Sean finding that out
Shit, Sean goes, I catch my guys keeping the door open by this thing.
by watching that.
Oh yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
That's the pressure you're saying?
Yeah. No.
If I wanted to go back
Vapor
more
pressure
days,
changes.
I'm gonna hold my mouse. I'm just holding my mouse right here. So I'm gonna do that one more time. Or, you know, if you did it with your finger, hold right here. Okay, so now I could go back, 5 days.
Yeah,
Now we know that doesn't exist just yet, but
Right.
you get the point.
That's a fancy computer.
Well,
And if you get if you get one that goes off the graph, just double click over here and it'll reevaluate things. Like if you're trying to look at par light and indoor RH,
No, it is.
I mean those are like the
Yeah.
huge scale difference, right? So you have to just rescale things.
So you just reduce it.
You click-
Yeah, and
click
then
on the
like
left or
this
something?
guy here is a crop, so if you
And then-
want to
okay,
move
I
it
see what you
around,
mean.
get it back over here. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Close that back up. Oh gosh, dang it.
Alright, cool. That's good. I like that.
So it's pretty easy to use. You can't make any mistakes in graphs. So I'm gonna hold this down. Go back just to 1 day. So if you like that, you guys should save a few of your basics. So go to the 3.5-inch floppy, and we are all old enough for that.
What's a 3.5 inch
Yeah, what's
floppy?
that?
Uh
I know
I
a
know
5
5
inch.
huh. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
I know those. Indoor temp, RH, VPD. Oh jeez, man, VPD. You could give it more of a description. You could say, I always want to look at the past, 2 days, 2 hours. Let's just go
Okay,
1
I
day. Hit save.
Save graph.
Now you go to the file folder. And there it is. You can change it. You can just quickly graph it.
Yeah.
So, let's say we trash this whole thing. So you start over. File folder. Bam. Graph just that. That's all I want.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So it's quick, right? So Nick always pulled THC, temperature, humidity, and CO2. Indoor grower.
Easy.
When he was in his indoor facility, he always pulled his THC graphs.
I remember that one.
What are you doing that for there? You don't run out of paper.
Invoices. I wanna print them up for Diana. She cusses me out sometimes.
Can
Where's
you?
my invoice for the-
You
where's
can't
my-
write any of this stuff off, can you? Still, right?
No.
Business write-offs.
No, no.
Federal, man, federal.
At 280E.
That's right. Yeah. Look at that. Look at our spike up today. 87.
Yeah.
It's 87 in there right now?
It was. So I'm gonna try. So if you want to download it, this is the only button that doesn't exist on the touchscreen. So I can download it. Choose your file destination.
Oh, okay, I see.
Download your data.
Yeah.
Take it off into Excel.
Yeah.
So I can file it?
You bet.
Download in Excel, and then you get graphs and data.
So right here, you just
numbers.
hit the download button.
Download it.
And if you forget all this, you just go to that little help key and it'll tell you all what those buttons are. But graphing, you can't make any mistakes. Pick anything you want. So, but I'm curious, like, what was the without heat? What was the temperature in there last night?
Last night, 30 something probably. So it was like it got down to 35, I think. So,
Zone 3 or what? I thought it was zone
the alarm went off. What time?
There it is. So I have it wired right, working right.
This one.
Yeah. All right, so bullseye. Close up.
Yeah, we did turn the power off on that one.
So it
Yeah,
stayed,
temperature
yeah, it stayed just ambient.
All night.
Yeah,
40
until
something? 40? What time was that?
6 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
Wow,
So
it was
it was warm- it was a warm night last
34
night.
this morning, so it stayed warmer.
Must have
than-
retained the heat in the
Must have retained
cement,
some
in
of
the
that heat.
concrete, maybe. You know?
Sure. Stayed in the
The
40s. Sure.
polycarbonate retains it
That too, a little bit, yeah. But I think that concrete
That's a
too.
7
As soon as we got a little bit of that sun, yeah, I was gonna say.
No, we had the curtain closed all night. It was closed.
Nah, that's what
Oh,
retained.
that
this
makes a
morning.
big difference.
Yeah, that
Oh,
retained.
That makes
yeah.
a big difference,
So I
yeah.
retained the heat in the concrete too.
Yeah,
in the,
and then, yeah, you can see
yeah,
the big
it was
diff
cold
there.
this morning when I got here.
Yeah.
You opened
So
it.
actually, huh?
You opened it this morning when you
It was
got
open when I
Yeah,
pulled
I
it, so
opened
you
it. Yeah,
must
no,
have,
he
you
opened
guys
it.
I
opened
opened it
it.
this morning,
It
but
was closed all night.
I
Maybe that's
needed
why-
some light to work.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
oh, yeah.
41
Yeah.
all night, yeah.
So I would, yeah, just start looking at these graphs more and more.
Right.
Even without plants in there, it's just good to,
Right, yeah.
yeah,
So it's-
get practice
get a
at
feel of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you want to bail out, just bail out. So I got that fixed, but I need to go back into our management. I did that in your zone. This guy. Nope, I didn't do that, but we're gonna turn that off anyways. You don't have CO2, so there's no reason.
No.
Just gonna make sure they're all off. Ten minute, okay. So this is really the zone we're working in. Let's go back to 10 minutes.
So we're gonna delay 10 minutes?
Yeah.
What's the delay?
Yeah.
This seems to be pretty user friendly.
Yeah.
Just a matter of getting
Very
used to it.
Yeah, no, where you're
You just gotta learn where everything is, that's all, you know, on the,
Yeah,
on the
and
screen.
yeah, that trust me, the more you use it, it's just
Yeah,
like
the
anything in
easier
our
it is.
lives. Yeah, exactly. But I'm gonna turn off this stuff that
all the CO2 alarms?
there's no CO2 or humidity in your
Right.
corridor, so I'm turning all those
Yeah,
off.
I think
They don't
so.
exist anyways.
Right.
Do you think you're gonna want to track the 3 of your changes?
Say again?
Do you want to track your changes?
Yes.
Okay.
Track our changes, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like
As
a
in-
log of some kind.
Watch this. So see, these are all the changes I've been
No,
making.
we
Okay,
made-
good.
It's all under the word admin because we don't have anybody in here, right?
Okay.
Well,
Go back and see how you got that.
Sure. So this just changed log.
Okay, alright.
But to set you guys up, you go in System Settings, and right here it's multi-user. So you should enter an admin code, and again, do something like your street address, you know, whatever.
Somebody.
Right? Yeah, something that
that's the
if
main
one of you
follow.
guys gets hit by the funny bus, somebody else would have a good idea of guessing what this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Okay. So for right now, I'm just going to do, of course, the 1, 2, 3, 4, just to get us started. Okay. All right. So like our phones, we could do, you know, well, we can't change this in our phones either. How long do you want it before it times out? You know, like when you walk away from it.
Wow.
5, 10 minutes.
5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So now, see the little lock here?
Uh-huh.
There's a lock up here. So if I go in here, I can't do anything yet.
Can't make changes.
Nope. So now that's just the beginning stage, okay? So we're gonna go there first, advanced menu. See, this just came alive, this user profile. So now you can, you know, go in and say, okay, I wanna change my admin code, I wanna do what I want,
Okay.
all right?
Yeah.
Advanced menu, discard. This just came alive too when I did that.
Okay, I see that.
So you can limit your manager.
Right.
So see. So you can be read access, write access, admin. I think the difference between write and admin is admin can do anything in the advanced menu, and I think write just gives you like ability to change front end changes. Pretty sure that's
That
where
makes sense on the ad.
where the cutting line is. Yeah. And you only have one controller, but if you had multiple controllers, you could lock people out of those. You can also change it by zone. So if you hire a guy named Michael and he's zone 3 only, he's zone 3 only.
First 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So again, I'm gonna do all these 1, 2, 3, 4. So everybody just yep. Save. Okay. So see, you've never logged in. It'll even show the last time someone logged in and did something. So if somebody logs in at 3 o'clock in the morning or some shit,
Like,
you know,
what the
you
hell?
you know what? It's just, in my opinion, it's keeps everybody honest.
Yeah.
Whether you ever look at it, it keeps everybody
What's my
honest.
password?
1, 2, 3, 4. So now you should theoretically, then log out.
Right. Or 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Or it'll do it anyways. That's right. That's right. And now if you go back in, see, now you have a choice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You have to get to this point through admin first? 1, 2, 3, 4 admin? Or no? Just
Well, I set them both as
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4 right now.
So
You
ad-
always
admin's
have
in
to.
there now, Yeah.
Yeah, you always have to have an admin.
Right.
But past that, yeah. So I'll set up your name and then you guys set up your others.
All the same. What are we gonna do?
Or set it all the same. So the Pleasantry guys, they put like 6 of their guys on there. They all put their own numbers in. They're all, I know, great friends,
Oh, yeah.
but they work swing shifts.
Right.
They just want to make sure if something gets hokey,
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
hey, or you
What'd you
really,
do?
this crop looks fantastic. What the hell did you do to
Yeah.
change it?
Right.
So, but it keeps everybody honest.
Yeah, that's fine.
My parents have had disgruntled employees over the years, so.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, shit happens as far as I'm concerned, So just keep an eye on people, that's all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, if you wanted to get rid of that, advanced menu, system settings, and you literally can just say none.
No.
No, okay.
So now we're just.
And now I hit save, and it's gone.
Right.
I mean, it's that easy. It's really that
Yeah,
easy,
yeah,
okay?
okay.
So,
System,
yep, in my opinion, that's very user-friendly to be able to set that up. So the advanced menu, just keep in mind, there's probably more stuff back here that you ever need to know, but if the biggest thing I can tell you to do often, you've already done this once, if not 10 times, unfortunately, is capturing a snapshot. You only have one right now, and I'm definitely going to take another, and I'm going to take it with me and store it. So I have your latest
Settings.
version settings, yeah. If you've ever owned a laptop or phone in your life and you've went swimming with it or trashed it, you don't have a backup, and you're like, God damn it, why didn't I back up? This is a great reason to do that. Because if this thing gets screwy or anything happens, we can always build you back in.
Right.
If not, you're going back to day
One.
one.
Alright, go back,
Which
go back.
totally blows.
Go back to
No.
the 3 bars on top.
No.
Start over.
Yep.
3 bars, advanced.
So advanced menu,
Uh-huh.
system maintenance,
Right. And then snapshot.
snapshot. So we're gonna create a snapshot.
Name, date, today's date, whatever.
It automatically does that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my hand's like, well, my hand's in a
Yeah,
really
it's-
goofy spot.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to do it with my wrist sideways. Startup and. Oh yeah, I can't use apostrophes or anything. This will just remind me like on mine too.
Right.
I don't need to download your history or there's nothing
No
there.
history. Right.
They'll usually ask you only to grab this one, the debug logs, which is like firmware mumbo jumbo things you and I can't read.
Right.
Code. And then I'll put my thumb drive in the back and I'll take it and I'm also going to dump it in your folder on
Folder.
this PC.
In the folder.
Okay.
Got it? So let's say touchscreen number 2 catches on fire and burns off the wall, whatever. You get another one, you just pop it back in, you're done. If you ever get yourself entirely sideways, you could always come back here too.
Yeah.
Just go back and go to that. Start over.
So we're gonna,
Factory default.
you're better than
Yeah.
factory default. Yeah, so
Amend the default.
see, we can actually take it from your current seed to, let's say, a new seed. It would say
Oh, yeah, see.
new
Trend.
seed or new
Yeah,
controller name.
upgrade or whatever.
You got it. Yep. And if people have multiple controllers, we can rebuild a
We're
bunch of
trying to
stuff.
sell us an upgrade.
Right.
No, you have the upgrade. You have
The
the
latest and
best.
greatest,
You do
yeah.
have the latest and greatest. Yeah. You can see their tiny little files.
Yeah.
But if you download a debug log, I mean, if you look at this, this is like shit. I don't know what
Right.
how
Yeah.
Yeah.
that stuff they'll ask you
Yeah.
for. The greatest thing is they can take this and then put it into a seat at their office.
Okay, I see, and then they can see what's
They
going on.
They can try to recreate a problem,
Yeah.
right? So if there's problems, this is their only way to really do that for
Makes
the back
sense,
end.
makes sense.
The front end, capturing the zone profile, we'll do that now just for good practice. That is right here, and you could say, you know, like day one equipment testing. I mean, like anything, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Let's just save one to save
Right,
one.
okay, yeah.
That's just saving that zone. That's it.
Yeah.
The snapshot is the entire hard
The
drive,
whole hard,
the whole hard drive.
the file.
So
They
doing a
just-
snapshot, like,
And it's only 1 megabyte?
what's that?
It's only 1 megabyte?
Yeah, the file's
Yeah,
big enough.
but it's tiny right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you
Oh,
get
yeah, it's-
all
it
three
doesn't have any unit,
greenhouses,
yeah.
you get
Okay, I
more
got you.
historical
Really big.
data, then it's gonna get
Yeah.
like, we've been online for a day.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
2 hours.
Right. So you need to get more data, but
Right.
just back up
Okay.
snapshots. We always tell people, it doesn't matter if you do it once a month.
Can
Is
we
that
automatically back up?
No,
Automatic snapshot?
no, and we've talked about that. We've talked about a lot of this automatic stuff.
Excel does it.
I know it does. We're not, no, for an
Okay.
automation
Ah,
company,
okay.
we're not that automated yet.
We'll snapshot every day or two, you know?
There's
so-
some-
No,
No, like-
each day-
like once a
each
month.
day take a snapshot?
Yeah, like maybe once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, once a month.
Well, once a what?
So we, whatever.
Oh, okay.
No, like once a month would be totally fine. So see, see, I mean, I capture them from all over the place.
Yeah, just gotta play with
Send me
the
a perimeter,
perimeter.
yeah, set it.
It's almost like a plug and play system, to be honest
Once
with
you
you.
get it set up, she set it all up,
Yeah.
you know, she's.
Well, yeah, once
Yeah,
you
now
get it all
you know,
set up,
engineering did a whole bunch. You know, engineering designs your system, and then they, you know, it runs through production, and then production tests all the stuff that the engineers did to make sure that everything makes sense.
So you're exporting to your thing.
I'm exporting to my thumb drive.
Thumb drive,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. Should I look at my, my thumb drive's out there.
Well,
You can
yeah.
put it in there too, yeah.
But what we can also do is I'm going to do it a second time. So I already have your default.
Oh, desktop, yeah.
Stick a thumb drive in the back of that thing.
Was it-
I have a
there's
folder on your
folder
desktop.
On the screen,
Yeah.
there's a Wadsworth folder, she put all in the folder.
Yeah, but if your computer crashes.
Yeah, well, we
it's
have
good to
a thumb drive too.
It's good to
but-
have an external.
It's not a bad idea to have an external.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep. Just again, if you think about it once a month, or you think about it, you know, when you do,
When you
yeah,
set it.
do a bunch
Set
of
it up.
changes.
I'll set it up for backup once a month.
Yeah, not a bad idea to back up here because you're going to use this. I'm assuming for their
Yeah,
business
I'll get like a
stuff.
2 terabyte,
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's too, yeah.
a 2 terabyte
Like I
thumb
have a-
drive, and then just back up the whole
Right.
thing.
Everything.
I have one of those Western Digitals for the house.
No,
I think it's 1 or 2 terabytes.
Yeah.
It's under $100.
I have
Shit.
a 10 terabyte.
Well, it's there. Yeah, I was gonna say they
It
don't.
backs everything up.
And ours backs up both our phones, Kevin's iPad,
Yeah.
his Mac,
Yeah.
and my Surface
It's good to
and my
have.
laptop.
Yeah.
It's perfect to have.
I've had a computer crash on me like
So
a
have
long
I.
time ago.
I had a
I learned my lesson, man.
full hard drive, man, and everything on your desktop is gone.
Oh, yeah, oh,
And I was like a month behind backing up. I was like, God damn it.
yeah.
So trust me, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So snapshot, just or have it full backup. It's totally worth it.
I'll just get a thumb drive, put it back there.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yep.
so, what time is it, 1:40? 1:50?
150.